Hello guys, Casper here. Saturday with a somewhat of a quick update on Platinum and Palladium because I think we are at the end stages of this mega bottom here that we're looking at. Platinum extremely close to completing that 4 year head and shoulders pattern. Palladium has been trying to bottom out for like a year and a half, and they are doing extremely well. Both of them above 1K. So soon we will have the triggers that the bottom is in and that we are going way higher for these two precious metals. And yeah, I will do a second part video with miners for the subscribers on Substack. And you have to remember that miners are extremely difficult, especially platinum and palladium miners. I mean, gold and silver miners, they can be very tricky, but I think you can easily add, one, 2 or 3x on top of that when it comes to platinum miners. They are so difficult. So I think one of the best ways to play them is to go like 50%, betting on the metal, maybe even a bit more. And then pick 1 or 2 miners that looks good from a technical point of view, and then you try to ride those for that extra gain, extra leverage. So let's dive into the charts here. Again, you know where you can find me, like and subscribe and all that good stuff. You can find me here on the beautiful Twitter or X, and also, yeah, Substack for the more individual stocks picks that we try to do here. So we will look at platinum and palladium. We will start with palladium, and I will remove a little bit of these doodles here because they sometimes can be a little bit messy. Um, But you can basically see ever since we bottomed out in 2008, it has been up, 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 up. This is log skill, by the way. So just to think that this is an easy ride, no, it definitely is not. From 2011 all the way to like 18, you basically was break even. You didn't do anything, and the pullbacks along the way, yeah, is again 50%. Yikes, yeah. And then we started to see the 2020, again, 50% down there, and you had an extra 50% over here. So 50% pullbacks, you get them all the time, basically. You more or less get them all the time. And you can also see the crash there from 2007 to 8, you had roughly 75%. And from the peak here, by the way, people are saying, that war and all that is, the reason why everything is so pricey. But that was actually the exact top. The initial start to the war there was the exact top, and now we are down roughly 75% again. 75% was the drop in '08, and you can see here this mega bottom put in place here. I think we are not going much lower than this. This seems to be the bottom, and we are going to look for a lot higher prices over the next 2 to 3 years for palladium, excuse me. Also, you can note here, look at that horizontal line there. So roughly 850, big level, big level. It was the peak of the rally in 2011, and then we tried again here. We finally broke in 17. We back tested it, and then we went on for a mega surge in palladium. And you can see here over here that again the downtrend. I want to do like this. So the downtrend here is broken. Again, it's a bit of a weird one here. You have that whole mega downtrend there, double bottom finally, and you were breaking out, in 2024 of the downtrend. And basically, ever since 2023, you are working on the bottom, where 1,250 is the ceiling of the bottom. You can see you have a touch right there. Let's zoom in here so we get a bit more detailed stuff. And you have a touch right there. These are, in my opinion, the left shoulder. Then you have a big head here, or like a W in the middle. Cool. And then again, we are working now on the right shoulder, and we are actually long on the Substack ever since we broke that 980. The wedge pattern there to the upside. Good volume is coming in here on the weekly as well. So in my opinion, this is actually a big head and shoulders pattern that is about to complete. You might have a little bull flag there at the end. But when and if that happens, and you trigger, basically when you break 1,250, we have a target of roughly 1,900 up here. That is the measured move all the way up to there. Resistances along the way, yeah, sure, that will be, you have these mega spikes low here. That will of course be resistance until we, break through. But even then, even if you take that target, that's still 1,600, and we are basically at 1,000 today. So to me here, Palladium is building a large bottom and is at the end stages, the last 20, 10% maybe of that bottoming process. And after that, we should be going higher yet again in Palladium. Platinum is a little bit more messy, but I want to show you again, the peak there in 08, huge collapse, mega collapse. We actually collapsed 67%. And you can see the long-term trend line here has been resistance basically until, we broke there in 2021, where you can see we have been hoovering back and forth around that long-term trend line, trying to let go, but it just seems like we can't let go. Not yet, at least, but it will come. And same thing here. We had a mega surge in 2020, of course, after the CV19. Mega spike, bear flag, and that was actually, once you broke down from that bear flag, it has basically been a very bad trade for like 4 years. But you can also see here that there's actually a little bit of order to the madness, where you have the pit of the left shoulder, you have the head here, right? That is your left shoulder, that is the right shoulder, that is the bull flag, or, the winding up structure before we are to let go. And once we start to break that little teal fractal here, you can see the ping ponging here, very precise, by the way. So once we start to trade above, roughly around here, which happens at roughly 1,050 and above, this whole neckline here gets triggered and we can do a measured move for platinum. I'm doing this straight on the fly here, so this is done very quickly. So just based on the last 4 years, alone, we are talking 1,570. Also, we can do like a Fibonacci extension here just to see where we are. So we take the lows from the 2020 to the highs of 2021, and then we take the low of the lows of the head right there. And you can see that the first one, 0.618, is roughly the triangle high. Therefore, I'm expecting, of course, a lot of resistance, once and when and if we get to there, the triangle high at 1,340 bucks. And a little bit above, I'm expecting resistance. But the big golden fib, the 1.618, excuse me, the 100% measured move, not the golden fib. That's for the retracement. You can see the 100% measured move points to 1,900, the exact same number basically as Palladium. And all this gets triggered once we start to confirm above 1,050 bucks for platinum. And to me, this is a very long-term bullish chart. Has been extremely frustrating, but I think we are, within a month or two of finally breaking those levels, and then we can start to look for a lot higher prices. And you can see we also have my momentum band here. It's basically straight into the pinch here, and the Bollinger Band is, the break of the Bollinger Band is roughly 1,030. But again, 1,050, 1,060 is probably a little bit better way to go, because then you're breaking some horizontal levels as well and the neckline. But if we start to really move here, all that momentum is just going to blast to the upside for platinum, and you have a 2-3 year long trend environment where every pullback should be bought up. So again, platinum and palladium, extremely small market, but once they move, they can actually move big time. So I'm very confident that there will be a lot of investing opportunities in this sector over the next 2, 3, 4 years, starting with the break of 1050. Again, to me, it's very important to get the initial start or the breakout to get that correct and invest at that point in time, just like what we've done with the uranium in 2020. Again, it has been very difficult to sit in, basically nothing for like a few years. But again, with a good entry, you can actually stomach that. So I'm very excited here on Platinum and Palladium. I'm very, very bullish on these two guys at the moment. And I think, looking 2 years out, 3 years out, we are at a lot higher prices really for Platinum and Palladium. So again, I will upload this video to the YouTube. And again, I will do a second part with the miners. Again, that will be for subscribers on Substack, and you can join that one as well. So that's all, guys. Have an amazing day, and don't sleep on these guys here because they offer great value. And when they do, they run big time. So have a great day, guys. Cheers. Bye.